an absolutely awesome day of football. Crazy, crazy day. Overs all over the place. And what a day to be a PreSnap app users, as you see here. Our picks on the side, 12-2 yesterday. Absolutely awesome. Probably should have been 13-1. That Denver Indianapolis ending, absolutely just ridiculously gut wrenching. I myself rode the picks quite well. Only thing I switched up was I took New England over Miami. Reason for that going against the picks is the Patriots were a dog. We did have them covering 3 points, so I just pulled that back a little bit. Myself, I hit the pre-snap teaser, Timmy Teasers on TikTok. If you want those picks, follow along. We gave that out on Thursday. That was Eagles plus 4.5, Cowboys down to money line, Rams down to money line, Bills basically down to money line, over in the Seattle Steelers game and over in the 49ers Saints game. So awesome to see those come in. The boys are absolutely buzzing, and we have a big night tonight. Big night tonight for our boy, Baker Mayfield. I mean, we need this guy to show up tonight. We need this guy, front page Sports Illustrated guy, to show up tonight. A couple of the pre-snap boys have some long leg parlays with the Bucks as the only leg left. We have another one, a big, I think it was 18 or 36-1 parlay coming down to the Chargers and the Bucks. I myself am waiting on the Bucks at the end of a 9-leg parlay that a pre-snap pro user put together for us. So we're absolutely jazzed about how this week went. And man, we need the Buccaneers to win tonight. So what we're going to do, we'll just kind of give you a quick run through of all the games and some of the particular games that we were pretty happy with the results on. Denver and Indianapolis, we had that a 25-25 tie in the app. So if you followed, you probably stayed away from it, or you took the Colts to cover because it was a spread, so you should have won there. I like Denver just because I wasn't buying Daniel Jones in week 2. And man, Denver, a lot of hype there. 1-1. The Colts might be pretty good. Their defense looks pretty strong. Bo Nix was awesome yesterday, and that leverage penalty, you just hate to see that happen, right? End of the game, I can't imagine being a Broncos fan. I kind of can because I'm a Cowboys fan, and my God, was that a crazy game yesterday. An absolutely ridiculous football game that my ridiculous football team won. Thank the heavens for Brandon Aubrey. What an absolute legend and a stud that guy is. A couple other close ones, Jacksonville and Cincinnati here. Jake Browning comes in and brings the comeback. Probably a questionable pass interference call on Travis Hunter that swung everything in our favor. We had the Bengals in a lot of the big parlays that we put out, and the Bengals were able to get it done. Joe Burrow out for the season, or out for a couple months here, which is going to hurt my Bengals last team undefeated record. But J.J. McCarthy is out. A couple other highlights from yesterday. You see we had the Falcons, and we definitely had the Falcons last night. A couple money line picks. See if we can get this going here. We had the Falcons on the money line. Loved it. Loved the way it came out. Loved how ugly that game was. I took Bijan to score as well. I know another pre-snap boy had Bijan. And at the end of the game, they took him out. Algier runs it in. So tough beat there if you had no touchdown or had Bijan Robinson touchdown. But what a boring game that was. It was a good night to go to bed early. I went to bed right after that game last night. Let's see what else. What else we got here on the docket? That was our projection, as I showed earlier. We had 26-21. Falcons team total was 21.5, so we would have hit that if you bet with pre-snap. Vikings, we had 21. Their team total was 23.5, so if you went under, you would have hit that as well. Pretty strong. We did have that game going over 47, so tough to see that there. J.J. McCarthy getting hurt. Falcons with just unbelievably bad red zone offense last night. They had a kicker who signed off the street who comes in and kicks 5 field goals, and I guess that was enough. Pretty crazy. Vikings-Bengals backup quarterback bowl, Carson Wentz and Jake Browning next week. One that we're going to stay away from here on the pre-snap app. Cowboys Moneyline Live, that was something that we had talked about, that the Cowboys were going to win the game. I didn't know if I loved the cover. We had a 4-point victory, so the Giants to cover in the pre-snap app. I ended up jumping in on the Cowboys when they went down. Probably could have waited a little longer and got better juice, but we'll take it. Had them in 2 survivor pools as well, so very happy to see that result. And then bang, the big one of the day, a PreSnap Pro user sent this in. Also faded us on the Patriots. Um, I did as well. That was one where we told you to maybe look deeper into it because we had some of the Dolphins back data. Bills, easy win. Patriots with a great win. Probably could have been Dolphins too. Close game. If Achan doesn't step out of bounds, Dolphins might win that game, and this goes to the wayside. Ravens was no sweat. Bengals was definitely a sweat. Rams was definitely a sweat. Definitely wasn't a sweat, and neither was the 49ers. But we talked about in the teaser video, Mac Jones was going to set up for Kyle Shanahan. He wanted to prove his point, and Mac Jones certainly did and got the plane home. And then what else here? So we got a good look here at the Jets and the Bills. The pre-snap projection of 28 points for the Bills, and we had 25 for the Jets. Jets forced to pass the ball. Bills had a great plan against Justin Fields. They said, go ahead, we're going to stop the run. You have to pass to beat us. They did have to pass to beat them, and they did not beat them. So Bills, pretty close team total there. If you did the custom band 25 to 35 that we put out, would have hit that there. I had a nice parlay with a lot of our score projections that the Jets were the only leg that missed, so that was a bummer. Have an exact score and a correct cover here for the Lions and Bears. So we had 21 points exactly projected for the Bears. They hit that total. This would have been an over 40, I think it was 46 and a half. So that was a good pick there. We had the Lions to win, Lions to cover, and Lions, of course, just absolutely exploded. Had to see that coming after their tough game against the Packers. And now the Bears have to face the Cowboys with a red-hot offense on Sunday at home without Jalen Johnson. That line is plus 1.5. I think our projection is going to have the Cowboys. I already jumped on the Cowboys for next week before that line moves. And let's see. And that will run through kind of what we got there. But let's talk about Monday Night Football. So Monday Night Football, we have 2 games. Like I said, we got a lot riding on Baker Mayfield and these Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing off against the Houston Texans tonight. So the Houston Texans struggled last week, did not look good. C.J. Stroud did not look good. He didn't look good for a good portion of last year either. So definitely concerning there in Houston for the way that offense has looked. But their defense is strong. However, on the other side, we know the Buccaneers are just loaded on offense. Bucky Irving, Emeka Egbuka, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Godwin, I don't know if he's going to come back and play tonight. Wirfs as well. Those would be great in our direction if they do. It's a 2.5-point spread right now in this game. If you are looking for something, here's a little parlay for you. So there's a 50% parlay boost on DraftKings. I believe we have this cut out here. It pays with the boost 85 to 1, 86 to 1 here. So put $1 on it if you have the boost and you want to do something fun tonight to follow. I threw in a couple touchdown scores around our team total. So we have the projections for tonight inside of the app if you want to take a look and see exactly what we got on those numbers. But these will cover you. We have 24-18 in the Houston versus Tampa Bay game with the Buccaneers victory. So that's on the money line for the Buccaneers. And 42 points, which would be an under. We have the under in both games tonight. After yesterday going way over, maybe you get a boring doubleheader underfest. If you don't, this is a good one here. Both running backs in the second game, Egbuka and Bucky Irving in the first game, and we need these Bucs to win. Baker Mayfield, show up. Take your shirt off. Show us what you got here, big guy. Would be awesome to bring it home for the crew. And a great week 1 and week 2 going into week 3. We win this game tonight, win both games tonight, we could go to 14-2 on the week after last week's 12-4 game. That would put us at 26-6 through 2 weeks of play, which is just awesome. Remember, pre-snap projections are available for free until week 5, where they will move over to the pro side. So get involved, make some money, get your pro subscription so you can continue winning all season long. I'm Tim Tully. Thanks for joining us. Before you log out, if you haven't yet, download the PreSnap app right there. Thanks for